What's going on, everyone? MetalBlade427 here, and I welcome you back to Skies of Arcadia Legends for the GameCube. We are currently on Sailor's Island, as I was in the end of the last episode. That's not exactly what I wanted to say, I just hit the wrong button as usual. I wanted to show you that I am now Vice the Respected, so we're gaining those titles slowly but surely. In the last episode, I talked about Fina a lot, and quite frankly, I can go on for episode upon episode upon episode talking about her, because I love her so much and she is so amazing. But you get that one episode, and then, we'll talk about it a little more as time goes on. Look at her will already. It matches Vice and is bigger than Drachma's, and she's 10 levels lower than Vice. That's amazing. In between episodes, I did leave and enter Sailor's Island here in order to make sure that the mystery merchant came back, and I ended up buying the 10 Crystallis boxes that I talked about. Trust me, you're going to need them for the next area. The mystery merchant will appear in the next area as well, so don't worry about it if you miss them. And I believe that's pretty much it. I do have a vital seed. You know what? Whatever. It's just going to... boom. There. Again, with the seeds, next time Fina levels up, she'll earn 30 less HP because I gave her the seed to increase her HP by 30. I don't like that system. That's very few things I don't like about this game, and that's one of them. The fact that the game compensates the leveling up of each character for whatever stat boosting seed you give them. So it's not exactly my favorite thing. But we went ahead and we decked out the Little Jack with a few new weapons. We got ourselves new weapons for the characters, new armor. Oh, right. Stop hitting the wrong button. I realized midway through, doing stuff off screen, that I had received the Warrior's Rune I don't know how many episodes ago, and I forgot to equip a device. So I went through that whole thing without this great accessory on him, so there we go. And I probably won't even keep that on him for long, because I know there's better things on the horizon. Speaking of going to the horizon, let's jump aboard our ship and do that. Alright, outside we are. What we want to do, you may have a few different ideas about what you think you want to do. So we want to go to the Red Moon area of Nasr, and if you go by storyline, there's Doc's ship up there, by the way. I'm not going to be going to that right now. I'm going to wait till I collect some more moonfish before I go talk to Doc. You may think to yourself, well, the Nasr merchant went this way, so why don't I just follow that path? There was that South Canal Strait over here that I could go through. I could do that in order to get the Nasr. Red Moon's right there. This is all the deserty area. This has to be the way that I go. But if you decide to do that, the game, as usual up to this point in the story, has its ways of stopping you. And I decided that I'm going to show that off first, just because it's just a little bit of flavor text, and just so any of you out there that are playing this game for the first time will be like, well, why don't you just go down this way? Because you're, obviously, it's a big open space. There's a huge city over there, so that's got to be where we have to go, right? Wrong! Nasr Air Guards say, we are the Nasr Air Guard. It's our duty to defend the South Canal Strait. The Southern Canal Strait is restricted area. No unauthorized vessels may pass through here without express permission. And we do not have express permission. So every time you try to go through that, you're not allowed to. And my compass was doing all types of weird spinning right there. So what is it that we have to do? Well, remember, we have the harpoon cannon. So that means we can force our way through stone rifts, and that's exactly what we're going to do. And as soon as we do that, we see something cool, but first a cutscene. Wow, there's nothing here but sand. So this is a desert. I've heard sailors talk about them before, but it's my first time actually seeing one. Now that you mention it, I've heard sailors talking about them too. Oh, I love these images that Aika makes up in her head that we get to see. It's great. They said that the Nasr deserts are so hot, if you walk around in the sun too long, your hair catches on fire. Everyone carries buckets of water around with them so they can put out their friend's hair. And then... oh, come on, Aika. You don't actually believe those crazy stories. Sometimes I wonder what goes on in that head of yours. This image shows it, Vice. I love it, and you'll see a lot of those as the game goes on. Don't come trying to me when your head bursts into flames. That glass eye patch you wear will intensify the sun's rays and fry your brain. I'm just kidding, Vice. It's just a story that I heard a long time ago. I didn't really believe it either. You can't be too careful. Gotta watch that spontaneous combustion. The moonstone that fell from the red moon gives off a great deal of heat. It's too hot for most plants to survive. Because of this, the lands of Nasr has been reduced to a barren wasteland. I see. There isn't much down there besides sand and rock. Red moon crystal should be hidden somewhere in the desert, right? That's right, Vice. It's buried deep within the ancient temple of Pyrynn. An ancient temple? I'll bet there's all kinds of treasure in there. Maybe some gold and gems and magic stuff and nice clothes and stuff. If we find a bunch of treasure, we'll be rich. We can buy whatever we want. What's the first thing you'd buy, Fina? Buy? What does that mean exactly? What? Fina, you don't know what that means? I'm terribly sorry. I've never seen the rest of the world before, and you don't need to look very far to find a shop, considering we've already been to several already with you, so trust me, everyone buys stuff. It's normal. Well, Fina, you really don't get out much, do you? Yeah, we've already been to shops with Fina. She should know exactly what buying things means, or have a pretty good idea. According to the map, there's a city nearby called Maramba. Let's go there first. I'm too old for this. Poor Drachma. So we must go ahead and search for the ancient temple of Pyrynn. That's supposedly where the red moon crystal is. Hey, what's this over here? Tapping A rapidly until we actually end up finding... Oh, come on. This works. There we go. You found the temple of Pyrynn. Woo! A stone building thought to have been created by an ancient dynasty. The stonework and construction demonstrate a high level of technology for that period, but no clues are left that point to the purpose behind these huge creations. Vice, this is it! We found it already! That's amazing! This is where the red moon crystal is buried! Great! Let's land this ship and search the place right away! Wait, boy! Head to town first. I've got some things that I need to take care of. There's a port city called Maramba near here. Go there first. Caught it. Sure, no problem. I just thought that we could... never mind. It doesn't matter to me. Yeah, Drachma's the captain, Vice. You have to listen to what the captain says. But I want to go here! Look at this place! You get these weird little, like, face pillars here and everything, and then you look at it itself, and it's this giant... It's actually a pretty big pyramid overall. You can kind of... You better have an idea of exactly what the Red Moon area is based off of in the real world. It goes a little bit deeper than just the basic aesthetics that you see here, you know, like the Egyptian pyramids and everything. But I'll go over that, you know, in a later episode once we uncover more of Maramba. More of Nasr. We're heading to Maramba. There's a few things that I want to do before actually heading there, and this entire episode is going to take place before going to the city of Maramba. First things first... there's two moving things in front of us. To the right is a discovery, to the left is actually a random ship encounter. And we're going to go ahead and get into a fight, because there are new enemies here as well. But I am going to go ahead and get into the fight with that ship. Mainly because I would like to do that and show that off really quickly, you know, random ship battle, and kind of explain why I need to do it to begin with. First things first, new enemies! Asbeths. I actually found a really cool site that's a little bit better in terms of giving enemy stats and everything, so crossing fingers that all of this works out and good stuff like that. Asbeths are blue creatures, 149 HP, they give you 65 experience, 35 gold, and they could drop Sylvite rings, as you know, Fina already has attached to her, and pretty much anything can drop a Moonberry. Any main enemies can drop Moonberries. Problem with the Asbeths, though, is that they have the Tourney spell, which is a 50% chance of instant kill. So you definitely don't want to have them around the field for too long, or else people may start dying. Last character over here is a Stonebeak, 409 HP, so they're pretty powerful. 152 experience, 66 gold, and they could drop Everlasting Gem. I'm not 100% sure what that is, but everything has a very low chance of dropping, so it doesn't really matter. These guys can heal, so... I honestly would say the Asbeths are the one you want to take down first. Let's actually... I'm going to do this. I'm going to do here. We're going to throw an Alpha Storm right here. You can go ahead. I really just want to kill the Asbeths. Oh! So here's Aika's new weapon, the Scout Wing, I believe it was that it was called. Just set this up over here. You're just going to do basic attack, and then the beak claw or whatever it is that Drachma. I don't think I've ever seen this weapon because me going to Sailor's Island in between getting the Little Jack and getting all, oh man, really only hit one, getting all 4 party members and going to Nasr is not something I normally do. I just kind of did it for the sake of this Let's Play. So this weapon that Drachma has, I don't think many people have seen. I know I've never seen it, or very rarely seen it. Please miss! Please miss! Please miss! Yes! Oh my god, thank you. Alright, let's take it. Oh wow, nice shot! Huh. Beak-to-beak action right there, cracking him in the face. Ow! Counter? No. Oh, Fina's gonna attack. I think it's the first time we see the Cooper Blade. Oh, right, that was completely, like, whatever. Cutlass Fury, guard, and skip. Good. There's only like 1 or 2 new enemies in this area that I'll be talking about, so it's nice that we got 2 of them out of the way in one shot.
Right.
Yes, indeed. Big ol' scoopy handy thingy right there. Alright, so, with Fina at level 7, as I said I was going to get her to eventually, but that's better late than never. More spells learned, which is good. I'm going to go ahead and go in on this ship. Now, as you get closer to an enemy ship, you'll actually see that the compass starts to blink, and you get like the exclamation point. That means something has seen you, and it will be charging at you. You saw that it kind of started charging at me already. Is this the fight? Did it actually touch me? Yes, okay, so it did touch me because I can hear the music change. It started to like hone in on me, so it will chase you if you are close enough to it. This is just a regular black pirate ship, yada yada yada, what we do. So we have here a random ship battle encounter, and because we have Fina on our team, we have a 4x4 grid. Now, what's fun here is that we have a bunch of different things. I thought I got something else. No, I have the 3-inch cannon. 3-inch cannons are new to us, because what you can do with them is you can place them on any one of the spots that is open. Of course, it'll block out that entire row, but then depending on the 3-inch cannon, you can then start pushing it to the left and have it shoot multiple turns. And if I link it, as you can see, the first row may be completely like used up. I can't put anything else there. But now in the second row, I can actually have 2 attacks go off: the secondary cannon and a main cannon. Once I get torpedoes, then I can actually have 3 attacks in that round, and then it just gets amazingly crazy from there. So this is pretty much how you would use torpedoes and secondary cannons and things like that, so you can have as much firepower on one particular turn as possible. I am actually going to do, we'll do standard cannon. I don't know why I like using the sub-cannons with Aika. For some reason, her using it just makes sense to me, but we'll do this, and we'll do that. That'll be fine. Okay, so what we're fighting here is a black pirate ship. Very simple, nothing really crazy in terms of turn-wise. 9,000 HP, will get 450 experience, 300 gold at the end of battle. Possibly he'll drop heavy cannons or rogue figures, which is kind of like just a regular sellable item. Nice. And you will only find these guys here in the Nasr airspace. They are going to be flying over the desert area, and after a while they will reset and you can go and fight them again. There's a special thing in the Legends games, Skies of Arcadia Legends, not in everything, great, not in the original GameCube version. And that would be something that is entitled the 3 Secrets. Obviously, I'm not going to tell you what they are because they're a secret, but in order to activate them, you need stuff like 100% discoveries, at least 90% chests discovered, killing the giant monsters, a lot of stuff that I'm already going to do. But 2 of the things that you have to keep track of are 12 non-story ship battles. This is one of them. And then you also have to kill at least 25,000 enemies, which really not that hard. So that's kind of another reason why I decided to fight this guy here, just to get 1 ship battle out of the way, and to show more about, the ship battles. I believe if you increase distance, it goes to the red, so we're going to stand and fight. Yeah, hold position. What are you, crazy? Nope, I was wrong. I was very wrong. I should have increased my distance. Yep, that's the wrong thing to do. Ha! Alright, so we're going to do that. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. And then actually in the next turn, as you can see right there, it should go crit. If we do this correctly, I may be able to get a first round crit off of these guys and then take them down a lot faster in the next round. So let's see how this plays out. See, now they're firing torpedoes. The way torpedoes work is you fire them off in one turn, so it takes up an entire, row. It blocks out a column, I should say. And then you can choose when you want the torpedo to land, what next turn that you can do that on. Some torpedoes allow you to go maybe 2 spaces forward. I've seen torpedoes that let you go like 4. So they can get pretty powerful after a while. And this guy is just pelting me badly. Oh my god. Alright, so something I'm going to definitely need to do is heal up my ship. Because I am too busy sitting here explaining things and not realizing how much damage I am taking. And how little I am dealing back. So, alright, so the sub-cannon hit. That's good. So then, okay, good, he missed. Woohoo! Ooh, get the sweat from my brow on that one. Alright, so it should automatically put me, awesome. Okay, I don't know what caused it to do this particular set, but I'll take it. Let's do a standard cannon here, it'll do a lot of damage. I'm actually going to immediately throw a repair kit here to gain some health back. We will do it again, actually, we'll do a block there, and then we'll do another repair kit. Do I want to do this? Ah, man. Okay, here we go. We're going to take a chance. We're going to hope for the best here. We have 2 crits in a row. I don't really want to lose it. Get it. Okay, that's fine. It doesn't have much left. I'm crossing my fingers that Drachma will be able to take it down next turn. Torpedoes. Come on. Oh no, am I not in range? Am I gonna miss? I hope not. Because sometimes you'll see the critical sign over a turn and you'll end up missing. Oh yes! Sweet! Down you go! Okay. Breathe easy. There's no more ship battles for a while, so I'm okay with that. Oh boy, nice. And it is pretty much just gone from the map now. It's no longer here. You gotta kind of leave and come back for it to reset. But there you go. There's our next ship battle, and that was one of the few non-story ship battles that I will be doing. You won't be seeing any more of them. It's just I wanted to show that. Now, thing over here, of course, is a discovery. So let's go on ahead, fly near this, let our compass go all crazy like. Come on. And we have discovered the Wandering Lake. The truth behind the story of the disappearing lake is even stranger. Temperature differences make a large bowl of rock float above the desert sands, holding a lake of clear water. Once the water cools off, it settles downward again. I love it because it's like a little story within, the game itself. It explains why this is a thing. Just seeing a lake float around, is weird in its own right, but it explains why it's there. And I think that's just one of the many things that I just love about this game, that it knows its own stories and is able to make discoveries and things like it based around the story. Is this anything? Do we have something here? Is there a new enemy? There is a new enemy. Of course, I figured there'd be our last new enemy here. And of course, we go into a new area, and every time we go into a new area, we will be seeing a new type of looper. This is a Loopalon. Of course, the red version of it. 62 HP, 343 experience, 434 gold. You can get Dexus Seeds or a black map from these guys. Black map is an accessory that increases your encounter rate. Why would you ever want to do that? It also has the ability to keep creatures from running away from you. And that comes into play much later. And that Alpha Storm did nothing to them. Something about Alpha Storm that I actually didn't mention previously. It's a fire-based attack, or a Red Moon-based attack. So honestly, Alpha Storm, throughout the course of our adventures here in the land of Nasr, is not really going to be that useful. Sweet. Thank you. Because most of the enemies are fire-based, or they have some resistance to fire. So Alpha Storm will be doing significantly less damage, half at best. So don't expect me to use it too much. But then again, there are reasons why I bought Crystallis boxes, which are ice-based attacks. See? That's how that works. here. Wait, no. There, good. And down. All right. So Cutlass Fury will definitely kill this thing because all special moves are guaranteed to hit. We do this already. Dead. And he's going to do magic, because it's a question, apparently. And what is everyone else going to do? We're going to hit him? Yes, thank you. I hate those things in this stupid dodge percentage. Crap.
That was fun.
All right, but we have a lot more discoveries in order to do in this episode, and you probably saw the compass spinning right before we got into battle, so let's go ahead and grab all of our experience and hit the A button, and we will discover Topple Rock, something that we've actually heard about in the last episode. A natural formation of 3 round rocks, stacked on top of each other and perfectly balanced. The balance seems delicate, especially when the rocks sway in the wind, but for some reason, they have never toppled. Woo! We had discovered Topple Rock before that jerk Domingo. Alright, but we now have to... Just discovering it doesn't mean much. We have to go and report it for us to gain full credit for it. Now, there is another discovery up here on top of this little island. It's technically a high sky discovery, but it actually registers because I guess it's flowing down into mid-sky, and as long as I touch some of it, it counts. Whatever. The Sandfalls. Long ago, a young black pirate searched the desert for the isle that spouts treasure. It's a very interesting name of an island. After a long trek, he was shocked to find that it produced only sand. But he realized the desert was the true treasure, and spent the rest of his years in Nasr. I don't think that ever comes back into play, but maybe there may be other references about that later on. I have to keep an eye out for that. But yeah, as you can see, there's the Sandfall right in front of us, and above us is the actual discovery. We can't even get up there. This is as high as I can go, and that's it. So... Alright, moving right along. We want to go down over here against this cliffside for even more discoveries. And I actually got a moonberry from that encounter, so I'm very happy with that. Also, I don't know if I said this in the last episode, but it just kind of dawned on me based on the fact that Drachma did it. Okay, so it can confuse enemies. Alright, there you go. The beacon can confuse enemies. Yay. Alright. Moving along, you want to stay close to the ground over here? I'm mashing A, kind of like in the middle of this like big deserty sandy area, we find the Oasis. As shipbuilding developed and flight distances grew, the Oasis in the middle of the desert lost some of its importance to travelers. But it is still critical to caravans on land routes and remains lively as a center of trade and information. There's no buildings here! There's nothing! How? Who's walking through this? We're in a land where all the buildings are not the buildings. All the land masses are floating. Who does land travel? Everything should be flying. Seriously. Okay. More discoveries abound. Now you want to run against the wall. We're going to come here. We're going to cut around to the left. Alright, there we go. So now the actual, mountain will curve to the left here. And you will come across a very well-hidden discovery. Kind of around the center. There it is. Boom. The Star Sand. In southern Nasr, there was once a desert filled with sand that would sparkle even in the dark of the night. But slowly their sparkle faded. But legend has it that someone saved some sand in a giant bottle and hid it for centuries. And now it is leaking, and there goes all of that precious sand. Womp, womp, womp. But yeah, see, so it's literally just sticking out of the side of the mountain here, which is a pretty interesting thing. It's a weird place to have a discovery. But speaking of weird places to have discovery, there's actually one kind of over here. So the Star Sand is over that way, so you're gonna come, I guess, southwest-ish? Close to where these tornadoes are. It's over there. It is. Found it. Invisible Islands. I hate Invisible Islands. Maroon Isle. Long ago, when air pirates betrayed their crew or captain, as punishment, they were abandoned on this island with only a week's supply of food. So fearful did pirates become of this island, its legend lives on in the songs of air pirates even today. And it's creepy because not only is that picture of their skulls, there's a massive skull right there in front of it. Holy crap, whoever was there has a huge head. Oh, I'm getting into a battle again. Okay, but that does it for all the discoveries that we will be making in this episode. If you want to go, you wouldn't be able to go that way anyway with all those like crazy tornadoes and everything. If you try to fly forward, the game puts you into a battle. No, that wasn't an actual battle, but the encounter rate in this game is ridiculous. Anyway, as I was saying, if you try to fly this way past these tornadoes, Drachma kind of tells you don't do that. It's a bad place to go. And quite frankly, anybody that has played this game before pretty much knows this area and will agree with me when I say we don't want to deal with that right now. It is a pain in the ass. So let's head back to the city of Maramba that Drachma wanted to go to. I just want to make sure I'm heading in the right direction. It should actually be... There's Pyrynn. So it should be like right... Did it even pop up yet? I don't think so. I don't think a little pin... No, there it is. See the little dots or whatever? You have to like get close to it. Fish! Fish, 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 fish. Yeah, I got one sea fish. Amazing. But we go, and if we fly over it, nothing will happen, but we do get to actually look at the city of Maramba before actually going into it. Anywho... I gotta get one last random encounter with something new before I finish off. Nope. Oh yeah, I do. Yes, never mind, I do. And they're not facing me, so that's even better. Last new enemy in this area are these Durell beetles. I guess that's how you say their name. They have 123 HP, 108 experience, 55 gold. They can drop the behemoth ring, which I guess just increases strength of some sorts. And they're just kind of jerks. No one's looking at me, which is amazing. So we can take this time to kill things at our leisure. Do that? Well, no, I won't do that because we need to get this a move on. You know what? Let's just block and block. I bet you Aiko will be able to take most of them down with the Alpha Storm. Alright, that's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. And Vice can attack the other dude. And miss, apparently. Great, that's just wonderful. Can we do this again? Can we please, like, actually hit things this time, everyone? Please, Alpha Storm! Whoa, that guy was blocking. As you can see, he took absolutely no damage. God, these things have such a high defense! Oh, man, and Drachma can't hit anything for the life of him. Please? Yeah, 41. Thanks, Fina. I appreciate it. Wow. I don't think that they have any type of status ailment to them, so as long as everyone stays alive, we'll be okay. Like, I thought that maybe they would stone somebody, but I don't think that's the case. There we are. Good. Vice, use Cutlass Fury. Take it down. There we go. Happy, dandy, all that in between. Wonderful.
That was fun.
Oh yeah, such a great time like that. But anyway, that is all I will be doing in this episode. We had a lot of discoveries. We did another ship battle. We did some enemies, and we saw the brand new area of Nasr, or at least the beginning of Nasr, here under the land of the Red Moon. Just for reference sake, for those of you that have actually stayed to the end of this video, down in the description below, I am going to be putting what discoveries I do find in each of these episodes. So, if you're looking for anything particular, just look down in the description, and if it's there, then look through the episode, and you'll see where I found it, so this way you can find it as well. I'll mention that at the beginning of the next episode. It's just for those that have watched this far. There you go. A little tip for you already, one episode early. Thank you all for watching. Be sure to like and comment down below, and if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button so you can get equipped with me, MetalBlade427. In the next episode, we head into the city of Maramba because Drachma wants to go there for some reason. I don't exactly know what he could possibly need there, but he's the captain. You kind of have to listen to what he says. You guys have a good one, and I'll catch you all later.